Hello, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be talking about MC-4 connectors. So these are the connectors that you use to connect all your solar panels together and also obviously connect your solar panels to the hybrid inverter or inverter depending on what you're doing. They're a standard connector. The MC bit I believe stands for the name of the company that first sort of created them and standardized them, and the 4 is the original kind of cable size, 4mm cable size. So basically plastic connectors. You can see, let me just push that together. So that's the unit as it comes. You normally buy them in packs of 5, 10, 20, whatever. You'll also sometimes get these tools that come with the kits. They can be quite useful. I'll demonstrate how you use those in a bit. But in order to open these up, you've got a little barb here that you can use your skinny fingers like me to open it up. If you've got normal sized fingers, you can use this tool here. So you kind of put this tool over the barbs, it pushes the barbs in, he says, and then that pops out this the connector. So as you can see, we've got 2 parts. So we've got the male part for obvious reasons, and then we've got the female part, again for obvious reasons, male and female. By default they come with nothing inside them, so they're just empty plastic shells here with no kind of metal connectivity in them, so they're not a lot of use to you unless you want to isolate something, then you would use these. Joking aside, so in order to get this to work, you then need some other components that normally come with the kits. So you've got a female metal connector and a male metal connector. You can see that they're both different sizes, so you can't get too confused, and of course they're also different widths here, diameters. So again, obviously the male connector ultimately fits into the female connector, which gives you the electrical connectivity that you want. Both of these have crimpable ends here, tabs that you have to fold over into the cable to secure the cable to the connectors. So where do these go? So just to cause confusion, we have the male connector, but ironically it actually has the female connector inside it. So you unscrew this part, put this in here. So this male connector actually has a female insert, and then obviously on the other side you've got the female connector that has the male part inside. So you've actually got male and female in both of these. So I guess you could call them the hermaphrodite connectors because they've got both. Anyway, joking aside, so how do we work this? So in order to get this to work properly, we need to undo this. This just unscrews this end bit. If for some reason that's too tight and you can't do it with your fingers, this tool that we looked at earlier, you can put that on there, hold on to this and use that just as like a spanner effectively. But undo this, and then in there's strain relief and some waterproofing. You can see there that there's nothing in there. Well, there's actually a metal ferrule in there, but that's just stuck inside. So what we've got here, so as I said, we've got strain relief and some waterproofing. So let me try and get that out. There we go. So you can see the individual components. So let's get a bit of cable. So this is PV cable, readily available on all your favourite stores. This is 4mm. No, it's not 4mm. What am I talking about? This is 6mm cable. You can use 4. I think the standard is 4. I've gone for the 6 just so that I'm kind of future-proofing what I've done, and if I've got long cable runs, I'm not going to lose as much sort of power, if you like, as you would with smaller diameter cables. Might be a bit of overkill. As you can see, this is red. I've also got the same in black so that I can signify positive and negative, from the panels all the way down to the inverter and the switches. So let me just strip off the end of this, so bear with me. We'll take off a bit more than we really need just to make life easier for ourselves. Just twist that around, so we've got a nice bit of cable there. So let's take, so if that's the male, we need the female insert. So we take the female insert, put that in there like that, so the cable goes inside. And then if we get our crimper, now this is the crimper, another relatively cheap purchase, I think about £40. They range from, I guess, 20 to about 100, so this is kind of midway. Seems to work okay. You've got different sizes at the bottom there. We're going to go for the 6mm, so we're going to use this first crimp position here. So what we need to do here carefully, just make sure that the tabs, whoops, the tabs go inside the crimper properly. It's hard to show it, but if they don't go in properly, then you end up bending the connector. No, that's not working. Hold on, what's wrong with that? Okay, let's try again. So put that in the crimper and then just squeeze down, and hopefully that has, then you can see, hopefully you can see that that has crimped that nicely, so that's never going to go anywhere. So put the case on first, and then put this on, which way round does it go? It goes that way round. So we've got the strain relief and the waterproof part there, and then ultimately we put the female metal connector into the male plastic connector, push it in as far as we can go. Then we have the waterproof in, the strain relief goes over that, and then we just screw this on. Now again, if you're super strong, you can just do this all the way up using your hands, but you can also use these tools. So this tool just goes over there, and the other one acts as a spanner, so you can actually do this up nice and tightly. You want to make sure there's no gap between the bit that we're screwing in, so let's go all the way. There we go, you can hear it clicking. It's got like a, it's almost like a clutch. It isn't a clutch, it just slips, but that means that you've tightened it up as much as you can. And then hopefully you can see in there that we've got the metal connector. It's hard to see actually because it's kind of covered by the plastic, but the metal connector is in there. And then obviously you do the same on the other side, put the cable in, crimp it, and then you've got metal part in here, metal part in here, push them together, and you've got a nice solid contact. You can't pull that out unless you push the barbs in, and there we go. So that's how we connect our cables together. If you want to extend the cable, normally this one, so the male connector is normally seen as the positive connector. So on your solar panels, the outputs from your solar panels, the positive will have a male connector on, and the negative will have this female connector on, and then you obviously put the relevant ones on to connect them then to your inverter or your DC isolators, etc. So fairly simple bit of kit, but it's useful to know that, you know, it's not just these connectors, you've got to actually put the inserts inside, so you need a crimper. I think that's about it for now, so thanks for watching. Keep watching for more videos. Thanks a lot.